Hey guys, welcome to our channel. So this morning I made a list of some things I wanted to get through today, and I've got some other things I should be doing as well, and I probably will, but it's awful hot, so maybe I won't. But maybe I'll wait on a deal like that. But anyways, guys, I got through a lot of my list this morning in my video, and now I'm going to try to get through a little bit more of the list, and this still may come in 2 more videos, but I'm going to try to get through Alex yesterday had posed that souls are our energy waves. He didn't think that we really died, and I had to think about it for a minute. I did, because I thought I don't edit my stuff, and I thought I had my thoughts together, and as soon as I hit that, I had to stop, think about it, because it was an interesting point. Now, I, there's a couple of things I want to do here with this, and number one, I wanted to make the comparison like, okay, if you got, and I think in the video that I posted with the guy talking about the quantum computers, all right, I think the dude had mentioned this, like when particles come to a wall, they can go through, or an impenetrable barrier is what he called it, and so it could actually go blip and then just keep right on going, and the energy would just transfer from one side of the barrier to the other because it's actually on both sides at once, all right? And then it would just keep going here. Now, picture, if you will, death as being a wall, all right? If we're floating along here and we're really on both sides of this wall of death, our energy would just transfer and we would keep right on going, and things might be a little bit different. So I think if we think of it like that, like, no, we wouldn't even notice. It'd just be like a ploop through the wall, but you're not. You hit and you just keep going. And I think that's a lot of what death is now. Everybody on this side of your wall is going to perceive that you're dead. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to have the funerals going on, and that's what I had to think about, Alex. And so now I'm going to go ahead. Here's our infinite probability wave model. You got infinite, you got 4 waves, that's infinite. Everything, 4 possibility lines in those waves are infinite, and the 4 outcome points on those lines are infinite. All right, that's our scale. That's what we're doing. So I don't know, guys. This is complicated, but let's suppose you're over here. All right, we're here. We're in this reality, and let's suppose that I die now. Now, you know what? Let's take my friend. My friend he did pass away, all right? He's gone by my perception. So he dies here. He doesn't notice it, though. He wakes up in the hospital bed, and now he's over here, probably in a less probable outcome point because he lived. And things are going to be a little different. But back here, he died. So we're going to have his funeral like we did, and we're going to have his headstone and all those sorts of things here. He did die. But his energy went through the wall, and he kept right on a shuffling over here. He's out of we can't perceive him. We can't perceive it. He does. I might be dead there. Something might have happened to me, and then maybe I shuffled over here, indeed back here, so that we're still off, if you know what I'm saying. So then if you died again, and say you'd bounce down here, maybe, but you'd be dead here. They'd have the funeral, they'd bury you and put your headstone up and all that good stuff, and then they'd be over here. And you wouldn't perceive that here, or you wouldn't perceive the death here. They would have perceived it here. We would have perceived it here. So it goes along the probability wave, and and you'd probably hit another wave, and things would be a little more different for you going on. And I suppose when you got down your waves, you'd hit a point where things were so different that you would be diagnosed with Alzheimer's or dementia, because to you everything would be really messed up, and to everybody else it'd be the way it always was. You understand that? Now, probably not in every case, okay? I'm sure, when you get older, some people's, do have brain problems, okay? I'm not saying that's not a thing. What I'm saying is, probably more often than not, what you really got going on are these variances. And if you didn't know what was going on, that could make you lose your mind. That's just dying, guys. That's not even taking into account quantum calculations, which is what I'm going to do right now. All right, just to clarify, when you do die in an outcome point, all right, you are dead in that outcome point. Now, if we, at this outcome point, say shifted to an outcome point where he was still alive, then we'd both be in the same outcome point. He'd be alive, I'd be alive, but we wouldn't think to look for each other, because to us, we'd both be dead, you see. So there's that to consider as well when these things are happening. And again, in all likelihood, you would probably not come across a whole lot of realities where people were still alive, because they would tend to become more variant. At some point, they would vary beyond your 2 to 5%, whatever you may have going on. Then you'd be out 10% or something when you started to get to that point, most likely. So there's that. And now I want to get into this other thing, and I'll probably, I'll have to clarify this more or amend it, so you never know. But now I wanted to go ahead and I'm going to make a third video out of this now, because I'm simply running out of time for this. But I want to get into this information exchange, all right? I want to put this into the infinite probability wave model, because it's important to understand, all right? So we've been using this wave here, and you're dealing with quantum computers. So let's suppose you have let's make it simple for me and say we have a quantum computer here. All right, we're here. We're at this top left-hand corner for me, right-hand corner of the screen, I'm sure, the flip side. So let's suppose this quantum computer is calculating and using this reality. They said up to 7, or was it 12 at one point? So let's just say 7. So let's say this reality is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'm kind of all over the place. But look, guys, let's make it even simpler. Let's say let's say it's in contact with these 3 and these 4 realities. All right, 3, 4. So there's your realities. There's where, and this quantum computer is communicating with these 7 realities to solve problems. As long as the connection's up, information is still being exchanged. I think that means that you could easily, and according to that guy on that video, the quantum computer, the guy who's actually running the things, and says that all this information just exchanges back and forth between wherever you're running. So now we're just taking into account one quantum computer here operating with these realities. That means information would exchange between all 8 of these realities, the 7 we're communicating with, plus our own, that's 8. And all of this would exchange in a countless number of ways. That would give you all sorts of Mandela effects without having to die, without having to shift, just from the information exchange in these realities alone. Now, if you had a second quantum computer in the same reality that was operating with these 7, Now you'd have a different quantum computer exchanging with a different 7 realities. Right here, it would be 8 altogether with ours. Always remember, I think that was the numbers. I'm going with it. I'm giving it to them. 7, not 12. So all this information would exchange in it wouldn't be the whole probability wave, because remember, this is infinite. This is a very small section. This is just a scale, all right, guys? So all that information being exchanged would create a countless number of Mandela effects without ever having shifted to begin with. And that's how it plugs into this model right here, the one that me and my fiance are going with. And hopefully some of you are catching on to this. And I think that would cause a lot of issues. All right. A lot of Mandela effects, a lot of different memories, because all that information would get exchanged. So I'm going to let this video go at that. I wanted to clarify those points. And for now, guys, thanks for, or you know what? You can thumb me up if this video helped at all in those 2 points, and you can thumb me down if it didn't. And for now, guys, thanks for all your thumbs up, thumbs down, comments, and subscriptions. And I hope this video helped. And like I said, I have another one coming out again now, either today or tomorrow. That's going to help clarify another thing or two. So that's it for now, guys. Thanks for watching. And you guys for now have a great rest of your day.